So about to walk into the neurologist, find out what's what with my MRI, how bad my shoulder is, if anything's torn, if the fractured C1 is as stable and mellow as he thought it was, and find out if there's any surgeries or any of that wonderful stuff. So I will record something else when I get out of there. Later. So, continue. It's been a few days since I recorded the little intro going to the neurologist. Basically, what he told me is things are getting better, so that's good. He also showed me my MRI and showed me that I have a narrow spinal cord, how it narrows. It was pretty creepy to see. And it wasn't from the accident. You're just born that way. I got a buddy and a mentor. He used to teach his firearms program, and he used to tell me anytime I was sick, it was because I had weak genes. So when he told me it was something I was born with, I was like, oh, so basically it's my weak genes. And so narrow spinal cord, he gave me the ins and outs of what's what, you know what I mean? I'm healing, and the C1 is what it is, the narrow spinal cord. It's pressing on, I guess, disc, or I don't know. And that he could do surgery. Surgery wasn't something that he recommended or thought we should do. He just put it out there as an option. Obviously, I'm not going to do some surgery that's long and long recovery, and for something that I've had since I was born. There is some downside to those things. I mean, he told me realistically, I could get rear-ended bad in a car and could be quadriplegic. I could go over the bars again without having the neck brace and etc., and just take a digger to the head and end up with the same outcome. He asked me my activities the first time I went to see him. I told him jiu-jitsu was one of the things with mountain biking, and one of the first things he told me after he explained that the narrow spinal cord and all that was that basically jiu-jitsu is completely off the table, is what he said. 110%, which was a bummer. I asked about riding a bike. He cleared me, told me to be careful, wear a neck brace, told him I ordered one, told me to take it easy because there is some repercussions to things. So of course my first thing was, yes, I'm gonna freaking be back riding. My appointment was Monday, today's Wednesday. When picked up the bike Monday, I had to do some work to it, get everything tightened back up, straightened, and I don't know, do all that stuff. Yesterday I ran around, ran to Chaparral, ran to Motor Helmets in Fullerton, and picked up my armor. Decided to go with the Liat armor, like chest protector and neck brace all built into one. So it's all there. It's easy. Pull it on, go. You know what I mean? It kind of sucks. I don't want to look like a Power Ranger or something like that, but I also don't want to be quadriplegic either. So it is what it is. That Monday, I mean, of course I was, yes, I'm going riding, and picked up my bike and everything else, and then I had to think about some things. I had to think about my fiance, think about my kid, think about my family, think about all that stuff. And I asked my fiance if she wanted me to stop riding, and she said no, I want you to slow down and be more careful. Well, I'm a fucking idiot. the reason why I don't own a sport bike anymore, because I'm a fucking idiot. The reason why I don't own a dirt bike as an adult, because I'm a freaking idiot. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If it's got 2 wheels, I like to see how fast it can go and how bad I can break things, and on parts and myself. So so there's some discussion, and then at one point I kind of acted like a child in my own little mind and texted her and said, well, maybe I'll just sell the bike. She was completely against that, and I'm glad she was, and kind of knocked me back into reality. But I don't know, I could have went riding yesterday. I didn't. Tuesday, obviously, since today's Wednesday. Right now I'm actually on my way to Santiago Oaks. I'm gonna do the climbs that get me up to Yucca where I crashed, and I'm gonna go hit that trail slow and smooth, get the heebie-jeebies out of me. And that I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I told my buddy earlier, I sent him butterfly emojis and said I'm a little troubled and a little freaked out, and I guess that's warranted. But man, I'm headed to Santiago Oaks. Got some nerve damage in my hands. It's coming back, so I mean, I can't really haul ass or anything else. I will probably throw the ride of Yucca on this video and kind of talk over it and talk about how the ride went. And I don't know, man, or ladies, sorry. A little freaked out, but I've been freaked out on things before and I had to get over them. So gonna go do this, and I don't know, I will check in with you guys later. And as per normal, if you haven't checked them out on Instagram or Facebook, check them out. So it's Friday morning. That last little section was on Tuesday. Let me tell you how that went. I had the body armor on. Throw a picture up probably at the end of the video, or it's on Instagram. And body armor with a neck brace built into it. And then I have my new helmet. I don't know how the angle is with this, by the way, so sorry if it sucks. Have my new helmet, and my plan was to climb and then go cruise down Yucca slow and smooth, and just get to kind of redeem myself. And Yucca's got, like, to get up to it, there's like 3 separate climbs. Normally none of them are an issue for me at all, but I can't even bounce up over that curb and it's blocked right here. Wonderful. Aren't an issue for me, but they were the other day. I got about halfway up the first hill and had to take a little break, pulled my helmet off, drank some water, was sweating to death, legs were burning, all that normal stuff when you're out of shape. And neck was hurting, shoulder was hurting because I got some torn tendons, and I guess a tendon runs into your bicep, so my bicep's been hurting. But then I got back on and I pedaled a little more, and I didn't even make it to the top of the first hill, and that was that. I flipped a U-turn, pedal back down, gingerly I might add, and then I did a total of 2 miles, which is shitty. But my first ride back did not go as planned. To be quite honest, it was a complete reality check of how bad I fucked myself up. Realistically, I got a fractured C1 vertebrae. I got torn tendons in my shoulder, and was trying to go and redeem myself. I have no idea where I'm going, since the path I wanted to go on is blocked. Tried to go redeem myself, and it just didn't. What's up, little peacock? Didn't work that way. It was a complete reality check on how bad I broke myself up, and then I think the other side of that was the reality check of how bad of shape that I'm really still in, and it sucked. It still sucks. So I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm at right now, as in on these paths, or I guess about riding, how long it's going to take to get back to where I was. Am I ever going to be able to get back there? Because I definitely, I've crashed a bunch on BMX bikes, and my rule of thumb is, if you're not broken, get up and keep going for the trick until you land it. I've broken things on a gap or at a skate park, broken a bone where I couldn't get up and try to land it, and redeem myself by, like, the first trick off the bike, getting right back to that trick and landing it straight away, getting out of the car, coming off a broken bone. I was also in my 20s and not my 40s then, or a teenager, and it's a little different now. And I'm always a guy, if you fall, get up. Used to tell my nephews that when they raced BMX and rode street and dirt jumped. Don't lay on the ground, get up, it hurts less. So that's always kind of been my attitude about things. But with this, how you doing? With this, it's I don't know. I fractured my C1. Honestly, what bugs me more than anything is, like, my shoulder and my bicep are just constantly achy. I have limited movement. I can lift my elbow, as I showed earlier, to about lift my arm and my elbow to about my shoulder height. And I don't know. That hurts more than anything, hence why I'm riding with my right hand only. And the other shitty part of that is I'm a lefty. So having my strong arm jacked up makes it even worse. So on your left, just makes it harder in every aspect with everything right now. So don't really know where I'm at. I'm gonna keep riding. Hopefully get back to where I was and still progress from where I was at. But it's definitely gonna take some time to do that, because reality of it is even this full face helmet sitting on my face. I had the TLD stage helmet, super lightweight, super airy, and then I've switch to that Liat 5.0 or 5.5, whatever it is, full face. It's still really airy, but not like the Stage was. It weighs a lot more, and when you got a broken vertebrae in your neck, you definitely feel that extra weight. So that's how the first ride went. This is ride 2. I'm gonna loop around on this. I'll turn the camera back on. I'm gonna try to do this climb that I used to do all the time when I first started mountain biking out here to build up just climbing and cardio and all that. I'm gonna try to knock it out and see how it goes, but that's the plan. We'll see how I feel when I get over there. Still got a little ride to get that way. Try to do that. There's like a little smooth, like, downhill section, I guess, if you want to call it, after the climb. So I didn't put body armor on. I have my gloves in my pocket. I should probably throw those on. Don't have knee pads on. Don't have elbow pads on. Don't have any of that. Just a helmet and just a helmet and gloves in my pocket. But I'll probably hit that downhill, and maybe I'll turn it back on if I decide to do that climb. All right, I think this is like water tower climb or something like that.
Heavy breathing all on the mic.
Well, first successful climb. Not much of a climb, but I'm also 3 weeks and 2 days into recovering from my crash. Look at the view though. All right, a little break. Oh God, I just rolled off a hill and it hurt. I used to do that hill a bunch and then do this trail and then loop back around and climb that hill. And I would do it like multiple times in a ride when I didn't want to do like shoots or something like that. It's quick and Jesus, it's quick and gets a little cardio pumping. This is a fun little trail just to jam down, but today is not the day to be jamming down this trail for me. Unlocking my suspension might make everything a little better. So I can tell you after just rolling down this, it's only a matter of time where I'm like 100% comfortable and back at it. Definitely feeling it. There's a little strain, a little ache going on, but it is what it is. I'm gonna end this. This video is almost this trail is almost finished. I'll close the video out. Thank you guys for checking it out. I don't know if anybody crashed and like saw it and decided to watch it, but just like motorcycles, it's not if you crash, it's when you crash, and then just how bad it's gonna be. Obviously mine was pretty bad, but I'm also up walking. I'm not dead, which could have happened, and still pedaling around. It's less than 3.5 weeks afterwards. Going super slow, like super noob, but that's all right. So thanks. Sorry about that. I didn't want to be a weirdo talking to myself. Thanks for checking out the video. As per normal, if you're going through a hard time with sobriety or staying sober or wanting to get sober or any of that, definitely reach out to me. Always around to help somebody walk through that stuff. If you're coming off a crash like I did and your head's all jacked up, or you're hurting, or just want to vent, because I know when I crashed, there was all my friends mysteriously showed me who my real friends were, because there was a lot of people that still haven't reached out or didn't reach out for a week or two. So if you're going through it, feel free to reach out to me. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you hate it, give it a thumbs down. Click that subscribe button. Thanks. Hope you have a good day.